All right, let's see what we got. That's actually pretty nice. So yeah, this light, having this light on really kind of messed things up. It brightened up the landscape right here way too much. So I'll turn it off. We'll do this again and I'll turn that off. All right, lights off. Camera reset. And go. Okay, let's see what we got that time. Oh, you can really see the Milky Way. So right here, that's the Milky Way. That's what I was looking for. That's what I wanted. Yep, this is perfect. These settings are perfect. Excellent. I'm happy. So I'm actually just going to point the camera straight at the sky and see what we get. Boop, 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 boop. I'm hoping that this light on my camera that I'm filming with doesn't affect us. Man, the stars are just so great. Oh. Come out to the desert sometime and see the stars. You won't regret it. Let's take a look at this one. Oh, that's stunning. What is that though? Oh, so there's an airplane. Weird. Yeah, there's an airplane that passed through. Okay, I've reset my camera. I've got it kind of a different angle. It used to be pointing this direction. I'm pointing this way now. Bugs. And I've done a few different things. I bumped the ISO up to 3200. It is pretty dark now. Stop going to sleep, please. It is pretty dark now. There's no light on the horizon over that way. So I bumped the ISO back up to 3200. My shutter speed is still at 25 seconds. My f-stop is still 3.5. I've also turned on the long exposure noise reduction. Now, most people tell me that you have to have the long exposure noise reduction off in order to get these great pictures. But I'm curious if I leave it on. What long exposure noise reduction is the camera opens up that shutter for 25 seconds. Then it closes. Then, when it's closed, it takes another picture and just overlays it on top of that with the shutter closed. It's supposed to show up with a better picture that way. Less grainy when you're doing long exposure. So, here we go. Here we go. Oop, I gotta turn this off. Okay, so our shutter is going to be open for another 4 seconds. Then it's going to close. Now it's going to do the long shutter noise reduction. So what it's doing is it's taking a second photo and interlaying it inside the last photo we took. And it goes on for 25 seconds. For as long as I kept the shutter on, that's how long it will go for. And we'll see if this one turns out any better. The ISO is also bumped up to 3200 on this one. Let's check it out. Oh my goodness. Look at that. Oh, that is just, that's sexy. That's what that is. Okay, guys, this has been just a fun adventure. I've gotten some really beautiful photos. We're going to do one more photo, and this is a photo that I was inspired to do by Peter McKinnon. If you don't know who Peter McKinnon is, he is just a phenomenal photographer. He's one of my favorite photographers. So what he did, I have to take a second to explain this. So, he took a picture of the night sky, and all the stars that we're seeing are moving across the night sky. He had his shutter open for almost an hour. He said it took about 3 hours to take the photo because it took time to process. We're going to try that, and I'm going to show you how. I'm going to show you how he explains how to do it, and I'm going to show you my knowledge of doing it. Woo! This is scary. Okay, so to make this star trail happen, we need a remote. Now, this remote has got a switch on it so I can actually lock the shutter open. We have to put the camera on bulb mode, which means however long I hold this switch down, the shutter is going to stay open for that long. I'm going to hold it down for 1 hour. We're going to hold it down for an hour. We're going to see if we can get this really great shot of the star trails, because the stars move across the sky all night long. So this is how it's going to be. I hope this works. My confidence for it is down the drain a little bit. We're going to give it a try. So we have it in bulb mode right now. All our other settings are the exact same. The f-stop is at 3.5 and the ISO is at 3200 and our white balance is auto white balance. We are also in manual focus. So, let's make this happen. I'm actually going to reset the camera that direction just to see what we get. Alright, we are in bulb mode. I think that'll be fine. Now we just leave it on for 45 seconds. Oh, and it also has that 10-second timer going still. So, 45 minutes from now. Now, alright, so at 10:45, we're going to come back to this camera. Okay, I just learned something. When you have the long exposure noise reduction on, when you're doing a really long exposure, it tends to stop doing anything after a minute and a half. I don't know if it's this camera or if that's normal. So I'm going to have to turn the long exposure shutter noise off, or noise reduction off, to get the shot that I want to get of the star trails. There's so many stars in the skies right now, I don't know if it's even going to work. It might just look really messy. We are going to try it again now. Yeah, it's going to be open for a long time. Our f-stop is still at 3.5. We are in bulb mode, ISO 400, auto white balance, auto focus, or excuse me, manual focus. Here we go. Okay, now we're going to try it and let it roll for 45 minutes and see what happens. See that bug flying around? Pretty cool, huh? Check it out. The moon is rising. I thought there was a fire over there at first, but that is definitely the moon coming up. Alright guys, this was a lot of fun. Thank you for joining me. I got nothing left to say. The moon is coming up behind me, as you can probably see, so it's going to get very bright here very soon. Rather unfortunate, but I did get a lot of really great photos. The star trail photo didn't work out because the moon came up, and it just kind of blew everything up. So we're going to try that again eventually, but this has been so much fun, and I really appreciate you joining me on this one. Not the normal adventure, but still a fun one. Take care, guys. I'll see you next time.